Our relationship with Levil goes back, I would say, about 4 or 5 years. We got connected through our relationship with FANUC, and as many folks know, FANUC is the largest CNC manufacturer in the world. And we're very, very proud of that relationship and very proud of our relationship with Levil. We've gotten to know these gentlemen. We'll be joined by Ricardo and Andres. Andres and I were in Japan together actually just a couple of years ago, and it was at that point in time that I really got to know him well and really got to understand what a forward-thinking and creative company Levil is. I will also comment, the 7 states that we do business in, we can actually, if we start in the city of Detroit, which is on the eastern end of our territory, and drive down to Miami, which isn't too far from where our friends are, we can get there faster driving and fewer miles than we can by starting in Detroit and driving to the western end of the Lab Midwest territory. So that's how big geographically our territory is. I won't spend any more time going through that. At this point, it's my great pleasure to introduce my friends Andres and Ricardo from Levil, and they will share a whole series of CNC solutions with you today. We're really excited and welcome to both of you.
Hello. Thank you very much, Matt. Hello, everybody. My name is Andres Leon. I am the General Manager of Levil Technology Corporation, and with me is Ricardo Leon, and he is the Sales and Marketing Manager for Levil Technology. Ricardo?
Yes?
Yeah. Go ahead. You can start.
I'll start sharing the screen. Oh. All right. Just like I just say, I'm the general the sales and marketing manager for Levil Technology. We have been creating CNC machines for quite a while now. We've dedicated ourselves to make the most capable CNC machine in the market right now, tabletop. Let's say we partnered up with FANUC, so we make a small tabletop CNC machine, very powerful CNC machine with a also very powerful controller. So I'm going to start off with my presentation, just to tell you a little bit about who we are. We are a family-owned company. We're based in South Florida. We have been around since the year 2000. We started as a machine shop, let's say. Then we decided to make machines, small machines, for the educational market. And then this is when FANUC stepped in to integrate the control to our machines and then sell it to put it in the school. So these are very robust CNC machines that are capable of doing the same that a big machine will do, just in a lot smaller scale, more comfortable for education and for industry as well, that requires that have very little space, or that they do not have, or they do as a secondary source of operation. Our mission is to create quality and dependable products that will serve the industry and the community for the years to come. Our vision is to establish ourselves as a world-class machine manufacturer that revolutionizes the industry by making compact but capable machines. So those are our goals, those are our missions and vision. We have a variety of CNC machines. We do have a mill and a lathe, and also we have a smaller mill that I'm going to be showing you towards like the end of the presentation. We have the two mills that have been quite around for a while, and those are the most common sold, let's say, machine right now. So we came out with a new innovative machine that involves 3D printing, but I'm going to talk about that in a second. So our first machine right here I would like to introduce is the LMB 400. This is like I mentioned, a tabletop milling machine. It's capable of it's capable of cutting a variety of materials. This is a servo control machine. It also has the option of adding a 4th axis for 360 degrees rotary workpiece, let's say. It has a travel of 16.5 inches on the x-axis, 8.5 inches on the y-axis, and 7.5 inches on the z-axis. The rapid feed of this machine is 400 microns. It also has 400 IPM, and all the accuracy of this machine is 1 micron. The spindle on this machine, its auto tool change goes up to 14,000 RPM, and this machine are very small, so it can fit through a very standard doorway. The dimensions are 33 by 37 by 68. Also lightweight, 460 pounds, and the power you can connect it to either 220 or 110 volts. As you can see on the image on the left side, this is the base of the machine. It's an aluminum base. It also uses linear guideways on each axis. We have put a preloaded C7 grade ball screws. We cover the machine with a durable stainless steel enclosure that will protect also any students or anything that will, if something happens and shatters or flies around, the stainless steel will protect anybody for safety mainly. This low workable with 10 slots. We use cooling system on this machine, and it also has a tub and a chip collecting bin, and it also has a safety door sensor. So once you open the machine, it will stop the machine automatically. So if it's running. The second machine I would like to introduce, it will be the LTC30. This is our, let's say, our turning center or our lathe. This is our newest one. We used to have a version which is made out of the base is made out of aluminum. Now we have stepped in with a more robust, let's say, solution. It's a little heavier, but it brings a lot of precision when it comes to making parts, and also when it comes to teaching. This machine sits on a granite base, and I'm going to show you later on today what I mean by that. This one is also servo control on the X and Z axis. The travel on this machine, it's 7 inches on the X axis and 8.85 on the Z axis. The swing over bay will be 8 inches. It also has the accuracy of 1 micron, and the spindle speeds will go 3,500 up to 3,500 RPM. We also have the option of upgrading the spindle that you can go to up to 4,500 RPM as well. This is also a fairly small machine that also will fit through a standard doorway. The dimensions of the machine will be 44 inches by 30 by 66.5. That will be the height. As I mentioned, this machine sits on a granite base, so it's a little bit more heavy. This one is 750 pounds. Also connects to 110 volts or to 20, 15 amps. One of the features of the machine, as you can see, this is the very base of the machine. You will see this sitting on a granite base, and the aluminum body also has the stainless steel enclosure, also preloaded with ball screws. It has a larger door for access into the machine, as well as the other machines, including our safety sensor, and also uses direct drive on each axis. So pretty straightforward machine, very capable of anything you can throw at it. So this is our newest model. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
No, we're not getting any audio.
You're getting any sound?
No.
Let's see if I can get some.
Just skip it then.
No problem. All right. So the EDUMiLL. The EDUMiLL is one of our newest design. We try to make. This is very similar to the LMB 400, which is the mill that I showed you at the beginning. And this one, it's a little bit more simple, let's say, but it also brings all the basics of CNC for schools and also for very small hobbyists or machine shops. So I'm going to skip this slide since we're not able to get sound through the app. So I can send Melissa the video so you can have the video as well, so you can see all the features that this machine can. One of the specs of the EDUMiLL, the travel of this machine, as you can see, it's a little bit smaller. It's 7 inches on the x-axis, 10.5 on the y-axis, and 5 inches on the z-axis. So workable size will be 6.8 and 9.8 inches. As you can see, the rapid feed stays the same, and the cutting feed also will stay the same, as well as the accuracy. The spindle of this machine, it has a higher RPM. It can go up to 24,000 RPM. And machine also, it's a little bit smaller with 27.5 inches wide, 33.5 inches depth, and 41.5 height. It's a lot lighter machine. It's only 300 pounds, and it's also 220 with a stepper down transformer that can you plug it into 110 volts. This is these are a couple of the features of the machine. This one also sits on aluminum and aluminum body and base. It's also servo control technology on each axis. We have, like all the other machines, with very high quality ball screws. It also sits on a stainless steel enclosure, has really large windows on the side, so you can take a look of everything that you will be working on. Has also have a safety door sensor, and it also fits through a standard doorway. One of the features that this machine has is that you can switch from a CNC to a 3D printer. The 3D printer that fuels the position modeling, that's what this machine does. You can do dual or single extraction. It uses a direct drive for the extruder system. It has a heated plate as well, to that the workable size will be 220 by 220. Materials that we've been using with this machine, you can do PLA, ABS, PETG, but we've been also working with a wide variety of other materials that you can use with the milling machine. It's a very simple switch. You just have to switch the vise you have to take out the vise from the machine and then switch it to the 3D printed head and also the hidden table. So it's very simple to switch once you do that. And the great thing about this machine is you can teach both CNC and 3D printing, as well as, and it's cool sometimes. A lot of schools would like a lot of 3D printed, but you have also the option of teaching when it comes to those CNC. You can teach both of them. So I'm going to let Andres talk about the control options and some of the spindle options that we offer with each machine.
So we offer 2 different controls for our machines. One would be Levill's LV12MC control, and then we have FANUC CRI MF control, or TF for the lathe. Next slide, please. So for FANUC's control, these are just a few of the basic features that the control has. There's a bunch more, but these are the ones that are the most important for a new person that's learning CNC machining to learn how to use. So the control has custom macro, background editing, inch-metric conversion, inputting and outputting G codes. You have USB, Ethernet, and compact flashcard ports. Uses the standard GNM codes. It has software travel limits to keep the machine from physically crashing. Auto MDI and DNC operations, standard CAN cycles, feed rate and spindle override, manual jogging of the machine to get the students accustomed to how to use the machine, how each axis moves. You have work offsets and tool offsets, and there's a bunch more that the control has. I just didn't want to list them all here because it will be a lot of slides. Next slide, please. The LV12 control, this is our own design control. This is a more economical solution. It's a PC-based system, and it just has, it's a very basic control. It'll give you the basic features of moving the machine X, Y, and Z. It has most of the same features as the FANUC control that I mentioned in the past. It has automatic tool length sensing, macro programs. It has automatic edge and center sensing macro programs, as well as all the other features. Next slide. These are the spindles that come standard with the machines. These are not the only spindles that are offered, but this is just the basic. For the LMBF 400, it's a 2.2 kilowatt spindle, 14,000 RPM. It does have auto tool change capabilities. It uses S20T tool holders. And we have S20T with ER16 tapers and S20T with M12 thread to put thread tools in there. It is air and water cooled. It is able to do rigid tapping, and it uses P4 precision bearings. For the lathe, it's pretty much very similar to the mill spindle, except that it's a little bit slower. It's a 3,000 RPM spindle. The spindle itself has a 5/8 inch through hole for to do automatic operation using a bar puller. You can introduce a 20-inch bar and just do automatic operation pulling with a bar puller. Pull the bar out, make your part, pull the bar out again, make your part, and so on. And then the EDUMiLL uses a simpler spindle. It's a 2.2 kilowatt spindle as well, but it's a 24,000 RPM spindle. It does not have automatic tool changer. This is a manual tool changer. It is air cooled and it uses 4 ceramic bearings. Some of the accessories that we list here for the machines, some of them are common to each machine. Some of them are unique. But the mill has a 4th axis option. You can add a robotic arm to do automated operations. You can drop off your material on one side, have the robot take a look at the material, grab it, mount it on the mill. Once the mill is done, the robot will take it out and load a new one, and so on until your whole batch is done. It's great for teaching students mechatronics type of situations where the operator needs to know how to control the robot, the machine, and any other external inputs and outputs that the robot needs to communicate with the machine, and so on. Automatic tool length sensor, it's an option, machine stand and touch probe. For the lathe, we have the standard system is a 3-jaw chuck, but we do have an option for pneumatic 5C collet system. Tailstock, parts catcher, again, the FANUC robot can be added to load and unload automatically, and then the machine stand. For the EDUMiLL, we have a single and dual extruder options. Single extruder is basically just one filament at a time. Dual extruder, you can do multiple colors or one color and support material. Machine stand, automatic tool length sensor again, and clamping kit and tool length sensor. Oh, there's one extra there, but yeah, clamping kit, vise, all the basics that a CNC machine will need, we'll have those as accessories. Next. And like I was saying, automation, you can add a robot to just increase output of your machine, 24/7 running environment, machine tending, lights out operation. It's another term that it's used. Basically just, with the Internet of Things or Industry 4.0 coming to the US and all the big companies moving to this technology, we need to get the students also up to speed with what's going on in industry. So this is one great way to do it. And that's it. If you have any questions, please use the Q&A and we'll answer them. Ricardo, if you have anything else to add?
No, that's it from us. Thank you so much, guys, for taking the time to be here with us. You guys have any questions? Feel free to add them on the chat. We'll be more than happy to take a look at them and maybe we can answer them together. So we have one question right here: is the robotic arm in the mill and the latest nice addition? Is it possible to have a robotic arm on the EDUMiLL? Andres?
So yes, it will be possible. We do not have it set up at the moment, but it will be a feature that will be available in the future. So we are working on that to just add the automation to this machine so the robot will be able to talk to the machine and do the loading and on. Next question: where does the 5 inches C-axis travel come from? The table or the top of the vise? The 5 inches comes from the let me see, from the table or the top of the vise. I guess from the table, from the way the question is being asked. Ricardo, can you go back to the EDUMiLL?
Yeah.
So we can show it.
One second.
Right there. That's great. Yeah. So now go back. Okay. So you see there that arrow, that yellow arrow that's pointing towards the C-axis. That whole system or table, if you want to call it that, is what moves up and down. You can't see the guideways, but they're behind that plate, and that's how the C-axis moves up and down. So let me see, that's done. Let's see. I joined a few minutes late, so I probably had you cover this already. Do you have general price point for the EDUMiLL? Yeah, that's a question you have to take with Lab Midwest, and I'm sure they'll be able to help you with that.
We'd be happy to share the price points for the EDUMiLL or any of the other products. You can send us an email at info@labmidwest.com and just let us know that you're interested. We'll get you a quote right away.
All right. Can the FANUC serial control be used with a 3D printer attachment? Yes, it can. We are working on putting a kit together for that. So it will be, the option will be available in June, July. Unfortunately, with the COVID-19 situation, we weren't able to put together a kit as we were doing the testing. But once all this is over, then we'll be able to get back and work with FANUC to get this option available. So yes, it will be able to work. Done. Okay, can you talk about warranty and service support? So the warranty and service. The machine comes with a 2-year warranty from FANUC and Levil. So anything FANUC related, FANUC will warranty their products, and anything on the machine side will warranty it for 2 years. So that's covered. And then the service support, we do service. We do service online. We can travel over to your location and do service if needed. And I believe Lab Midwest also offers their own service support to help you with anything.
Absolutely, we do have technicians on staff to help with the service and support too.
Yes, I also wanted to point out that an extra year warranty is also available. It's also for sale, so if you want to extend the warranty of your machine, you can do that as well. And when we design these machines, we design with very easy to use. So sometimes if there's something tech support that we need to do, we'll be more than happy to do it real quick over the phone, maybe a Skype meeting, and also we can travel there. So we have all those options. So if you need something that is immediate, we can do over the phone. If something that requires travel, then we can just come there and see what the problem will be. Any other questions for us? Well, I guess that's all from us then, from the Levil team.
Yeah, we really appreciate the time that you have spent with us, for all of our customers, for being on the webinar today. I think especially with the EDUMiLL, you know, we were talking with you guys a couple of days ago, and just the combination of the additive and subtractive manufacturing in the education space is just so groundbreaking and affordable, and just we know that it's definitely a game changer and something that we think a lot of schools will benefit from. So thank you so much for sharing that with us today.